What up guys, it's Grant's Comics here, and today we'll be doing another review, and this time it's another valid comic. It's Bloodshot number 3, boom. So, two more comics now. I would have got the first appearance, well not the first appearance, I think his first appearance was like a Rye comic, which is also, I don't know, every time I get comics, or every time I see comics I feel that should be on my list, I feel like my comic list is becoming like longer and bigger. I don't know how much I have on my list. I know I have a lot, but I don't know how much exactly, and I need to just like lower it down and stuff like that. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep this or sell this, because like I don't know if I said this before, but my store is, I'm trying to focus on mainly like keys, you know, like minor keys and stuff like that. And this here is not a key. Like if it was a Bloodshot number 1 or first appearance of Bloodshot, then right away I would just put it in my shop. But since this is just like a normal filtered book, I'm just gonna keep it. And I just gotta, I mean, I do have key books on my right side, so it's like right on this side I have like a box filled with comics, and towards the end of the box there's like key comics. There's like, most of them is like from the 80s or something, or 70s or 60s, and I'm definitely gonna keep them because, you know, I just want to keep them. And one of the keys is the first appearance of the collector, and that's like a very low grade, and I'm, for one thing, I don't want to sell it because it is a key that I want to keep, and secondly, it is a low grade, and I just don't want to put low grade stuff on my shop unless I really have to, and it's a key. Then I'll just be like, okay, it's a low grade, you know, because I do have selling, I do have low grade comics on my shop. Like I have The World's Finest, the first appearance of Red Dart. I have Amazing Spider-Man 181, which is the Spider-Man origin retold, that's detached, and I got Fantastic Four, I don't know what number, but second appearance of Claw, that's a detached, have a detached cover. So I do have detached books in my shop, but I'm gonna try my best not to, like, you know, get myself into like that part of having an online store where I have to sell you know, low grade books. But if it's like a small, like spine tick and stuff like that, then it's fine with me. But this Bloodshot looks very clean. Like, see, I would sell something like this, how clean it is. So enough bragging with, you know, the looks and stuff in my store. I'm just gonna go into review. This comic is basically, this whole story is basically like, imagine Punisher, but he's like, I guess he's a demon. I guess he's like a demon hunter or something. Imagine this Bloodshot kind of reminds me of not only Punisher, but reminds me of Blade a little bit, but except he's not hunting vampires, so he's more like Punisher a little bit. He hunts, you know, regular people and stuff like that, but he's like different. He looks like a demon. Like, you can see kind of his eyes, they're like all red, and he has like a logo over there, kind of like a Japanese logo, like a flag. So I don't know anything, like this logo right there, that little circle, but I don't know anything about Bloodshot. Like I said, if I was to read like a story or an origin story of a character that I never seen before, the best chance for me, the best chance for, you know, first time readers, is either go read a issue where they retell the character's origin story, or you can read the origin story in its original glory, or you can look at the first appearance of that character. But for people who is like, well, actually, it actually depends on the character that you're looking for. So, because obviously a lot, DC and DC Comics, Marvel Comics, and other companies have been, you know, retelling the origin story of certain characters. Especially the bigger ones like Spider-Man, Batman, stuff like that. So, for me, uh, if I wanted to revisit the origin story of Spider-Man, then I would have to either go to another, cheaper version of, the origin story, like when I read Amazing Spider-Man 181. So that's cool, but I just don't know the origin story of Bloodshot, so I need to either get his first appearance or his first solo issue to really understand the story like that. So anyways, yeah. But from what I see, he just looks like the Punisher. He's basically a Punisher, like, I shouldn't say bootleg, because they made a movie on Bloodshot, I believe, with Vin Diesel, if I'm correct. Comment down below if you guys know about, if there's a movie on Bloodshot with Vin Diesel. And if there is, then hey, maybe that's pretty dope. But yeah, so Bloodshot is basically, to me, like I said, is the Punisher. So he hunts down these gangs. He hunts down these gangs who is working for another guy who, I don't know if he's selling drugs or like killing people, but he hunts them down, and he come across these teenagers who are also in a gang called the Bulls and the 8 Balls. Well, the 8 Ball, or all the 8 Ball members team up on this guy who's, attacking a team gang member from the other gang member who's the Bulls. And Bloodshot comes in and he's like, yo, we gotta leave this guy alone. And the 8 Ball people try to attack Bloodshot, but it turns out that he's a superhero. They're scared of him, they run away, and all of a sudden the rest of the Bulls team comes in and tries to help their gang member mate, and Bloodshot basically tells the Bulls to send this guy to the hospital. He's bleeding from his lungs. So stuff like that. Very crazy. It's not PG. I'll tell you that much. It's more like a PG-13 kind of thing. Does it say? It doesn't say the rating, but this is from 1993, I believe, if I'm correct. I think this is from 1993. Let me see. I'm gonna look on it and maybe I'll show you some art. I think this is from 1993. Yeah, 1993. But here's the beginning, where Bloodshot is human and he's watching the football game, the 49ers and Dallas Cowboys, which is a pretty cool, Easter egg. Crime lords in Flatbush. So he's basically fighting these crime lords, these probably drug dealers in New York. And he doesn't want to tell his secret to this girl that he likes called Maria. Oh, there you go. There's the crime boss right there. We got the crime boss. We got, let's see. And here's what Bloodshot's doing to one of the criminals. He's basically trying to ask where's the main boss, and in the beginning the guy says, I'm not telling you Jack, and then finally he confesses to Bloodshot where he is. And on the next panel is where you can see the 8 Ball gang teaming up on the one of the Bull members. Right, that's one of the Bull guys in the red, and the 8 Ball group is in orange. And let's see. So it's funny how in this panel, in this panel he's a human, right? But in the next panel he is like this demonic thing. There, that's the logo, that Japanese flag logo on his chest. But yeah, the 8-Ball group is like scared and stuff because they see him change from a human to, you know, a demon kind of thing. And I really hope I don't get demonetized for this, but you can see he's kind of like bruised up and he got beat up because of the 8-Ball gang. I really hope I don't get demonetized for that. Let me see. Yeah, it's just basically Bloodshot. Oh, he finds this guy named Tony that I guess he remembers from his past. But that's the guy, Tony, right there. But yeah, it's a really cool you know, story. And it picks up in Hardcore number 5. It picks up on this issue right here. That's where this story picks up, continues on. But that's another thing. Yeah, especially for comics back then, there's some issues where you see, like, for example, the Bloodshot issue, this issue. If you want to continue on with the story, you gotta buy a totally different comic. You know, I'm not complaining because, you know, even till this day there is stories where there's one story like, oh yeah, cool, I can't wait for the next issue, and then the story continues in another superhero story. I'm just like, oh my god, now I gotta buy this story to continue on. But anyways, that's it for now. If you guys are not subscribed to Grant's Comics, make sure you guys are. I'm trying to get to 100 subs on this channel, and if you guys are subscribed to this channel, give this video a thumbs up and share this video to the comic book community who is not subscribed, so I can get to where I want to be. And other than that, that's it. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Alright.